So very good job on the weekly outlooks. For that reason, I'm going to look for higher prices today as well. I would love to see this thing go back to all-time highs. It does look like you're getting a lower time frame change in the state of delivery. We'll see if they want to make this move right here. See what happens with this here. This looks like a accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? If this was accumulation, if this was manipulation, we'll see if we can distribute to some of these unfilled FVGs here. So this is what I'm looking at right here for New York Open. We'll see if we can get this move right here. So bullish for today. Let's see if this thing can go back to new all-time highs. This is what I'm going to watch for this morning. I want to see if we can get this accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Let's go ahead and see if there's any SMT to support this idea. So before there's any executions, let's go and look for any SMT. All right. So 8 a.m. low to the 9:30 low. 8 a.m. low to the 9:30 low. All right, so take a look at this here. Let's take a look at this here. Let's also take a look at the highs as well. Give me a second. It's 8:30 a.m. to 9:30. 8:30 to 9:30. NQ would be the stronger pair. So I'd want to see if NQ could move higher. The bullish SMT on the 15-minute shows that NQ is the stronger pair. But let's watch this bullish SMT at the lows on the 15-minute. Bullish change in the state of delivery. We'll see if it's accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Just take a look at a couple more things. Right, NQ would be the stronger pair here, says the bullish SMT. So when longing, you would want to long the stronger pair. So let's look at NQ's change in the state of delivery. And notice what I'm saying here. I'm saying change in the state of delivery. So I'm not calling this a unicorn because I know it's not a unicorn. I'm talking about a change in the state of delivery. There's no FVG in here either. So yeah, there's only a change in the state of delivery. Let's look to see if this occurs here. Gave multiple entries there. See if it wants to move to 2R. If you don't want to hold it to 2R, at least to the swing high there. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to take a sip of coffee as we wait for these results. If anybody's using this information, we're closing in here. 1.6. If you don't want to wait for 2R, you can TP there. That's a swing high. ES. A little weaker there too, so careful of the bearish SMT potentially. But this was what we pointed to on ES. See what the 2R is there. Closing in on your 2R there on NQ. Got to close this up. If you took this long idea, you got to close it up. That's plus 2R there. Now, here's a great example. We spoke about this before. I'll speak about it again. If you want to be greedy right now, raise your stop loss to plus 2R. Ensure the fact that you at least get 2R. Minimally, right? Choose risk management over your feelings. If you want to be greedy, ensure the risk management by moving your stop loss to at least plus 2R. Let's see. You might. Oh, got close there. We'll see. All right, so you'd at least get 2R there because it just came back down. Right, so beautiful move there. That's a great way to start the day. That would be a W there on NQ. Let's see if ES gets the 2R. No more bearish SMT either because it went above the high here. But again, right, if you took either one of these ideas, you got to be taking profit at this point. Did anybody take advantage of that idea? Was anybody able to get into some longs here at the open? Throw a W in chat if you did. Again, it did a move. It got a nice move, so you got to be taking your profits there. Now, hear me clearly. I said this already. This is a change in the state of delivery. That is a completely different concept than a unicorn. Okay? That is a change in the state of delivery. Okay? So is change in the state of delivery just when a breaker gets closed above? No. No. A change in the state of delivery is a different concept than a breaker. Okay, so here's the difference right here. This is what a breaker block is. Right? A swing low, a swing high, a new low, then a new high. When we close above this here, that's what a breaker block is. Okay? A change in the state of delivery is going to be the down close candle right here. It is going to be the down close candle that took out the liquidity, and it's going to be the opening price of that down close candle. So do you see the difference? Basically, a change in the state of delivery is the very first moment in time the trend changes. So that's the difference. This one's the breaker block up here. Right? Breaker, BB, change in the state of delivery. Oh. All right, so let's go and point to that up here. Right, so change in the state of delivery, the opening price of the candle that took out the liquidity. There's a difference there. So now that that's been completed, I'm going to go ahead and take this off so that nobody thinks that we're still using that information, because we're not. NQ went and took the target, right? It hit 2R. For that reason, I would no longer look at that information. Once again, it's the same conversation that we had with Euro this morning. When you create a plan and you get a result to the plan, then be done with that plan, right? So we wanted a bullish move. We found a 1 minute change in the state of delivery. Ooh, we got to be careful of this being bearish. SMT now. Careful of this. Definitely need to be done with those longs. Careful of this right here. A bearish a bearish SMT at the highs. Got to be careful of that now. So something I want to point to real quick. Do you see how small of a window the window of opportunity is? Do you hear how quickly I'm analyzing? Do you hear how quickly the information is changing? Do you see how quickly you would have to execute? Right? So if we go back to this was a 1 minute chart. You had 3 minutes to execute this idea. And with that being said, look how much of a bounce this is. So this probably only even touched the change in the state of delivery for a couple seconds right here. So do you see how you have to be able to objectively analyze price in such an efficient manner? And you have to be very quick. You have to understand that you have to, adjust to price. You have to read it objectively. Price does not care how you feel, right? Because, for example, if you were sitting there saying, "Oh, I didn't get the first opportunity," right? You didn't execute this long, but let me try to execute it the second time. We have completely different information now, right? Now we're pointing to bearish SMT, right? The bullish move already occurred. Now we're pointing to bearish SMT, and we're potentially going to get a bearish unicorn here now, right? The information is completely different now because now you have a bearish unicorn, FVG, swing points, bearish SMT. See how quickly the information changes? See how small of a window of opportunity there is? Because now I would be looking for lower prices. Now it looks like we need to go down here, take out those, take out it's going. We'll see if this bearish SMT can play out now. The 15-minute bearish SMT. This might even be a 15-minute bearish unicorn. We'll see. Right? What if we get this here? We'll see. What does a 5-minute look like? May even be a 5-minute unicorn there too. We'll see. Purpose of me saying this is how efficient you have to be. Okay, so the next thing that I want to point to is this is the exact reason why I say hundreds and hundreds of times that this is not a signal service, right? Because if you're still thinking that this was a long position during the second time around, you would have got stopped. Whereas the first time around, the people were able to take profits. You see how you can have drastically different results simply by clicking different buttons? This is why you, as an independent thinker, need to make your own decisions, click your own buttons, manage your own risk. I'm not here as a signal service. What I'm here for is to share my experience with everybody else. And if that provides an expedited learning opportunity for you, that's the overall goal, is that putting yourself around other like-minded professionals gives you so many more learning experiences, gives you many more perspectives to learn from. That's why we're here.